Okay, so this video is about proving the quadratic formula by completing the square. So we start with our quadratic equation, ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0, and we do the first step of completing the square, which you don't actually need to do for any of the exercises, is get the coefficient of the coefficient of x squared to be equal to 1. So to do that, we're going to divide both sides by a. And so, well, the right hand side, 0 over a is just 0 still, but the left hand side, the a's cancel here. So we have x squared, therefore x squared, and then we have plus, and then we have to make sure we divide each term, so we have b on a plus c on a. So the a's don't cancel everywhere, just in the x squared term. Okay, so the whole thing's been divided by a. So now the coefficient of x squared is 1. Now we carry on with completing the square. So our x coefficient, we halve that, half b on a equals b on 2a, multiplying top by top and bottom by bottom for fractions, and then we square that, so b on 2a squared is equal to square the top, b squared, and square the bottom. 2a squared is 4a squared. Okay, so now we add that to both sides. Therefore, x squared plus b on ax plus, I missed one step, but we'll just put that in a second. B squared on 4a squared. We should have also moved this c on a to the other side, so we should have subtracted that from both sides before. So we'll just do that now, as well as adding the b squared on 4a squared. So that would be minus c on a, for moving the c on a, and then add the b squared on 4a squared. So it's getting quite big. That's meant to be a 4. There we go. X squared plus b on a x plus b squared on 4a squared equals negative c on a plus b squared on 4a squared. Okay, so on the right hand side we can put this into our brackets now. X plus something all squared equals, and the left hand side, which we'll sort out in a second. So our right hand side, what was the something? It was this, it was the half of the b on a, half of the x coefficient. So we have x plus b on 2a all squared equals negative c plus negative c on a plus b squared on 4a. Why aren't my 4's working? B squared on 4a squared. Okay. Now, let's make the right hand side a bit neater before we do our square root of both sides. So therefore, leave our left hand side how it is, b on 2a all squared equals, and we want to get a common denominator for these. So we've got 4a squared here, we got a here. If we multiply the c on a by 4a top and bottom, we'll have a common denominator. So we'll have negative 4ac. You can start to see bits of the quadratic equation coming in here. So multiply 4a on top and bottom, 4ac, and on the bottom, 4a times a is 4a squared, plus b squared on 4a squared. Okay, now we have a common denominator top and bottom. So we'll keep the left hand side the same for now, plus b on 2a squared equals, we can put the right hand side together. We can go negative 4ac plus b squared on 4a squared, 4a squared all up we'll actually put that negative, it's 4a squared, let's put that negative here, just in front of the 4 in this case. Okay, left hand side, we can still have b on 2a all squared, and then on the right hand side, let's just switch this around, b squared minus 4ac all on 4a squared. That's starting to look like some quadratic equation there. Okay, now we'll square root both sides. If we square root this, it cancels that square, and then we square root the right hand side as well. Therefore we have x plus b on 2a. So the only x we have now is in the left hand side. That's what we want to get by itself, and we will get that by itself soon enough. p squared minus 4ac, 4a squared. Now remember that when you have a square root of a fraction, you can turn it into a square root of the numerator and a square root of the denominator. So let's go up here, all the way back up to the top, and we'll move some of that. Okay, so on the left we're going to have x plus b on 2a equals the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over the square root of 4a squared. Now, let's just put a side note in here. So, the denominator here, square root of 4a squared, it can be broken in two square roots, so that'll be square root of 4 times the square root of a squared, and the square root of 4 is 2, and the square root of a squared, well, they just cancel each other out, equals a, so that's 2 times a, or 2a. So that means that our whole right hand side here is actually on 2a rather than the square root of 4a squared. Now, I'm just going to erase this. Okay, so to save time, I just replaced it. Now, let's move the b on 2a to the other side, so we end up with x equals, x equals the square root of b squared minus 4ac on 2a minus b on 2a. Now they've both got common denominator, so we can put them together, have the same denominator. And so you've got negative b here. Well, we'll put that at the front like the quadratic formula. Now, I forgot to put it in the whole time, but when you square root, you've got plus or minus. So, plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, and it's all over the denominator, 2a. So that's it. Completing the square to prove the quadratic formula.